Okay, so I want to be rich. I want to make $1 million. I want to be a millionaire. Okay, and I think I can do it. I think I've got a really good shot. I've got a better shot today than I did 8 months ago. I've got a better shot today than I had a year ago. Something that I want to address before we get into what I'm going to discuss. We're going to talk about the options trading, still going pretty well. We're going to talk about the long-term investing. I'm going to show you guys some stocks that I'm following, that I'm buying, stocks that I'm very interested in. And we're going to talk, obviously, about the pullback. Some people are calling it a full-blown crash. Other people are saying this is just a kind of a cycle, right? It's just a natural sort of taking profits period of time. Before we get into all that, I do want to address something because a lot of people are wondering. I'm still getting questions about it. Where's the news content? Where's the truther content? Where's the drama? And when I got a taste of making money in the stock market from my home, making money online, when I got a taste of that and I really started pursuing that this summer, which, by the way, is probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. Well, getting hardcore into fitness was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. But besides that, learning how to trade this summer has been one of the best decisions that I ever made. Right? It was very, very hard. There's still a learning curve that I'm overcoming, but it's really paying off for me now. Once I got a taste of what it was like to do that, I suddenly realized how much of all of the crap and the noise that in my life, right, that I had sort of going on in my life, all of that crap I had to cut out completely. I had to just cut it out 100%. Now, a lot of people miss some of my older videos and my old style of commentary because they thought I was good at it. They thought I was covering really good topics. They thought I was doing really great research. And, all of that is very flattering to hear. And I do feel like I've left quite a legacy for myself. Like, I've been on YouTube for over 4 years now. People remember a lot of different styles of content that I've been into. The thing is, though, is that it really got to the point where I felt like I was just not only wasting my time, but wasting my viewers' time, right? I mean, I could research any kind of topic, any sort of theory, right? I can cover it. And it's like, how does it help you? How does it help you? Right? If I was to do a deep dive into the event that happened in Beirut about a month ago now, or a deep dive into the latest statements from the president and the Nancy Pelosi getting a haircut, right? Like, if I were to get into this and talk about it and dwell on it and analyze it, how does it help you? It may be entertaining, right? I mean, this kind of content, it may be entertaining, but it doesn't help you. And even more so, it doesn't help me, right? And I can't get paid to do it, right? I've got a lot of very, very, supportive people on my channel. Over the years, you guys have, supported me in so many ways, and I'll never be able to, explain to you how much I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, I got to figure out a way to make money. And the way things are going online, there is no future, all right? Financially, monetarily, if that's a word, monetarily, there's no future to make that kind of content. But the main thing for you is that it doesn't help you, right? If anything, it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of my time, right? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm subscribed to a lot of stuff, and I'm keeping tabs on a lot of different news stories because I'm in my downtime, I want to know what's going on in the world, and it helps me to trade the markets as well and helps me to invest. But, other than that, all of this he said, she said, and all of the deep dives and all of the, putting out a video every time something, once I got a taste of trading the markets, I knew then that I had to leave all that stuff behind. And that's why I pulled back from my channel this summer, right? Because, number one, I had come to this epiphany. But number two, I had to learn how to trade. I was like, I want to do options trading. I want to make big bucks every day. I got to figure out how to do this. And I literally treated this like a job. I spent 16 hours a day sometimes just trying to figure this out, try to figure out how to trade. So, to those of you out there that are like, I really miss your videos, I wish you'd go back to talking about this or talking about that. It's appreciated, but at the end of the day, I got to do what's right for me. And at the end of the day, I just don't have the time anymore, right? Because I want to be talking about stocks. I want to be thinking about stocks. I want to be putting all of my energy. If I'm going to put energy into making videos, it has to go along with what I'm doing, right? This is a sort of a rebranding of myself. I'm and not just rebranding myself to the world, but I'm rebranding myself. I'm switching careers here. I'm in the middle of a career shift, right? I'm going from, a conspiracy theory YouTuber to a stock trader, right? And that's what I'm focused on. And I really don't see myself straying away from this anytime in the near future, because I didn't have a way to make money. Like, I was making a little bit of money, right? And when my, when my channel was monetized and stuff, I was making a little bit of money. I had, some money coming in from viewer support, but I don't want to live like that anymore, right? Like, I want to make my own money. And I didn't know how to do it before the market crash in March. I didn't know how to, I was really worried about how I was going to figure this out. I was like, if I don't figure this YouTube thing out, if I don't make it on YouTube again, I'm like, I'm going to be messed up. But now I figured out a way to make money every single day and to have passive income coming in. Like, I've got this thing figured out. I don't have it all figured out, but I have gotten a taste of what it's like to make money, in the stock market, trading equities. Right. And there's other things I want to get into, crypto, precious metals. I want to do it all eventually. Real estate, REITs, right? Not actually being a landlord, but investing in real estate investment funds. What are they called? Real estate investment REITs, trusts, I think is what it's called. So that's my answer to you guys. Like, I want to make content that's going to benefit you too. So understand that. By me talking about this stuff and sharing what I'm doing with you guys, you might learn something. Something might click, and maybe you'll open up a brokerage account. By the way, links in the description below for Robinhood and WeBull. Use my link and get free stock. I get free stock too, so it's a win-win situation. No, but seriously, maybe something will click. You'll open up a brokerage account, and maybe you'll realize, like, hey, this thing isn't so scary. Because I was really intimidated by even just opening the brokerage account, right? Like that. They say, well, what's the saying? The first step is the longest mile, or something like that. The first step is the longest ride, or the first mile is, I don't know, something like that. I think it's an old Chinese proverb. Not trying to be, virtue signaling SJW right now, but just open the brokerage account. I really don't care which brokerage account you use. If you're going to get Robinhood or WeBull, feel free to use the links. But, there's TD Ameritrade, Allied Financial. I just opened up an account in Allied Financial, a bank account, a stock trading account, and also an IRA. Okay, so I'm really setting myself up right now. On top of that, I've got Robinhood, WeBull. I am so happy that I just downloaded Robinhood and made my first brokerage account. That was back in late March. I funded it with like $100 and I started buying stocks. Had no idea what I was doing. But here we are 6 months later and I'm trading options and I'm making money, right? Like, let me show you how much money I made today, right? I mean, this is, look, $164. Now, this is, it's actually about 160 because I have $1.30 in option contract fees that I have to pay. But it was like $160 that I made, okay? You know, knowing that I can do this, knowing that this is possible, and I've shown you guys, I've taken $1,000 and turned it into $2,000, right? Like, I've shown you that. I've proven to you that it's possible. It's possible for a beginner who knew nothing 6 months ago about the stock market. It is possible to double your money, to gain a 100%, gain 100% in your account. It's absolutely possible. So me knowing that this is possible now, I don't have time to think about anything else other than this. I mean, I can't even explain it to you. I am so excited to wake up in the morning and start trading. I'm so excited. I get up at like 6, 7 o'clock every morning now. No problem. Going to bed by about 11:30, midnight, right? I'm out cold. I'm ready to hit the hay, get some sleep, and wake up the next morning, do my charting and day trade. All right, so I've been doing this day trading thing. You guys know I started back in, like June. How long is this video so far? 11 minutes. That was a long rant. How does the green screen look? I think it looks a little bit better than it was looking. I started pursuing the day trading thing in like July. It was like June, July. And it's taken me a few months, but last week was the 5th week in a row that I closed green. Now, last week we did have some issues. I lost a lot of money, gained it all back pretty much on Friday, but did close the week out up about $100 from where I was the week before. So again, the 5th week in a row closing green. This is about to be the 6th week that I'm closing green. All right. And I'm getting better every day. I'm getting a lot better. And $160, that's not my biggest day, right? I think actually Friday was my biggest day ever before the 3-day weekend. I made like $650 that day, right? Granted, I lost a lot of it on Thursday, so it was stuff that I was making up. But, I took advantage of the opportunities before me. And that's exactly what I'm trying to explain here. The opportunities are every day. This is every day. It's every day, bro. The opportunities in the stock market they come up every day. And I don't want to miss them. I'm not going to catch them all, but I'm going to be there for some. You better believe it. And I'm going to get rich doing this. And you can too. And anything else, the drama between the political parties, the drama between the president and the mainstream media, the drama between all the foreign policies. All of this, it's really noise. It's out there to distract you and me from making money, from getting our lives on track to becoming, wealthy and prospering, pursuing happiness. All of that stuff out there, I'm convinced, is there to distract us from the truth. And the truth is getting rich. Okay, so the day trading is going well. Now that I'm over $2,000 in the account, like stably over $2,000. For now, anything over $2,000, I'm transferring to other accounts because we're in the middle of a market correction right now, and I want to start. This is the time to buy stocks. Okay. This is a concept that is kind of new to me because when I first started investing, I was sort of just buying stocks on a whim, and a lot of the times I was catching the highs, so I would enter, and then I'd immediately be down in my positions. What I'm doing now is slowly starting to average back into the market during this particular correction. Okay, so when I make, let's say $2,000, or when I make $100 or $200 in my options trading account, that money goes to my Allied Financial Brokerage, my Robinhood, and my WeBull. Now, I've already started purchasing shares in WeBull and Robinhood, and I'm going to talk about that. We're going to go over some of the stocks that I've been following. And for day trading, right, Apple, PayPal, Square, Facebook, these are the stocks that I will be day trading. But I'm day trading not only just for daily income, but I want to start putting that money in long-term investments, because on top of the day trading, money, right? Like even if I made a couple $100 a day doing this, right? Or let's say more, whatever, having passive income coming in from dividends, having, a growth portfolio. That's basically why I have so many portfolios, so that I can sort of do it all, right? I have a day trading account. I have a dividend account. I have a growth stock account. So, where I'll be buying like electric vehicle stocks and new technology, AI, stuff like that. Have maybe some real estate, have one account for real estate. My IRA is going to have like mutual funds and ETFs and stuff like that. So, I'm really trying to set myself up, and you should be doing the same. I mean, you should really get on it now. Like if you don't have a brokerage account, you need to get a brokerage account and start investing. Okay. But I'm sort of taking my time averaging back into the market, because I learned from my mistake before, which is like I would fund my account with $100 and then just spend the $100 that day because I had it. And you don't really have to do that. You want to wait for the best setups, but we're in a market correction. Some of the best setups, the best entries are going to be now, like this week, right? We missed some of them today. Well, there's still tomorrow. There's, what's tomorrow? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I would say the rest of this week is probably going to be pretty brutal. Let's just look at the news real quick, right? Some people are saying that this is a full-blown crash, right? We're going to have a double-dip recession. I don't know, right? Nobody knows. On the other side of the spectrum, you have people that are saying this is just, big institutions taking profit and stuff like that. Yesterday you had the Dow dropping 600 points. Tech, it's really tech that's dragging the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 down the drain, right? It's stocks like Apple. So it was very overextended. All right, that's my opinion. I think these stocks have been overvalued for a while. But let's just look at some of the headlines here. The Dow closes down 632 points as tech rout leaves NASDAQ in correction territory. Now, something I want to say about this is that the big institutions are starting to cycle their money out of tech, and they're putting it into value stocks. What are value stocks? Could be oil, could be banks, could be electric vehicles, right? Well, those are more speculative, but the value stocks are a lot of just the classic stocks, cruise lines, airlines, stuff like this. I bet a lot of that money we're going to see go into some of these more traditional sectors because they've made their money in tech. It doesn't mean tech is over, but, for right now, you really want to be waiting for these lows. I don't think Apple is quite at the low, right? Like if we go and look at Apple, well, here's the SPY, but let's look at Apple real quick. I don't think Apple is at the lows. I think we could see 110, 105. I do. I really do. All right. This is a 5-day chart. This is today right here. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's supposed to be a 5-minute, 5-day chart, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like it's 6 days on here. 5-minute. Yeah. But that's the last 5 days right there. Couple other headlines here. Let's see. S&P TSX composite down as NASDAQ loses 10% over 3 days. I mean, this is a huge correction, guys. 10% in 3 days is a lot, right? Like you can see it. Let's look at the SPY real quick, right? That was the NASDAQ. But you can see the SPY from its high of, what was that, like 358, almost 359, down to 332, right? 333. That's big. The market, when it goes down like this, it goes down a lot more than it ever goes up, right? Because it kind of creeps along up. So, when we get a market correction, we get a lot of movement, a lot of volatility. And me as an options day trader, I've got a strategy for that. That's why I made so much money on Friday. Right on Friday, that is the movement I caught first thing in the morning. Right? I wasn't playing the spy, but I'm just showing you, the market took a huge move to the downside. And because I know how to buy puts and play it that way, play the short side of the market, I was able to make $650 in one day in like a couple of trades. Now, I've made like good money before on social media, like when I was monetized on social media before the, big tech got all constricted with the free speech stuff. But it's been a while since I've made that much money in one day. It's been a while. I'm not even going to lie about that. And so I'm very excited about what's to come. So are we at the bottom? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think there's more room to go down? Right? Do you think maybe Apple or some of these tech stocks, do you think they have another leg or two down? Or do you think we're seeing the bottom today? Now, that question being asked, I'm definitely interested to see what you guys have to say. And we appreciate the comments. Make sure to give it a like as well while you're at it. And if you want to follow me on social media, links are in the description down below. That being said, let's talk about some stocks that I'm following or that I'm actually buying. I'll talk about some stocks I bought today. So in my WeBull account, right? Because remember, I'm going to have several different accounts, and I'm really trying to set myself up for the future. Yes, I enjoy the day trading thing, but I want some money in the market just sort of brewing, growing, compounding, right? On WeBull, I decided WeBull is going to be my speculative growth stock portfolio. There's a company I'm very hyped up about, okay? Oops. And that company is called WorkHorse, all right? WorkHorse is an electric vehicle company, but they're focused more on trucks, delivery truck, stuff like this. Now, what's been in the news is that there's a $6 billion contract, a government contract for a company to build the entire new fleet for USPS, right? Because their trucks, the United States Postal Service's trucks, are very old. They're breaking down. They need new trucks, and they need greener trucks and stuff like that. So the government has a $6 billion contract, and companies have, sent in their proposals. And that was I think in August, late August, maybe, yeah, it was late August. They sent in their proposals. Well, WorkHorse was one of those companies. And pretty much the word out there is that WorkHorse is definitely going to get most likely the biggest portion of the contract. They might have several companies. I'm trying to think of a couple other ones that are in the, I think Ford is also in the, they sent in a proposal. But the difference here is that companies like Ford, I think they fired 1,500 people. All right, just like a couple days ago, they announced they were firing 1,500 people. That doesn't sound like a company that's getting ready to take on a big contract. Compare that with WorkHorse. WorkHorse is hiring, I think it's 250 assembly line people. So you put all this together, all right, it looks like WorkHorse is going to get a very big portion of this $6 billion contract. Now, that being said, I entered today in pre-market. Right? I am also helping my brother out as well, and he entered WorkHorse. We're already up like 2.53% at the close. We're up. Okay, we were up to I don't know, it was 5% earlier. I couldn't believe it, right? My entry was, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good. We got in during pre-market. All right. And I will be buying more because I don't want to buy it all at one time. I want to average in. If this goes lower, I'm going to get in again. But WorkHorse, just go look at the option contracts, right? If you look at the options, yeah, here we are. Look at these calls. Look at how many people, let me go to these calls that are a couple of months out, right? Not the weeklies. Let me look at the monthlies here. look how many people are holding this, right? This is the open interest right here, okay? I think. It should say up there. Hold on. That's weird. It doesn't. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. Here's the open interest, guys, right? Open interest right here. These numbers. This is basically how many people are holding these contracts. Look, the $20 call, 15,000 people are holding this. Look at the $26 call, right, for October 16th. 3,000 people. Look, 4,000 people holding the $30 call. People are holding these call options. Everybody knows this stock is going to the moon. This is going to be a $50 stock in a couple of months. And I want in on it. Okay, I want in on it. And plus, electric vehicles is the future. There's no doubt about it. Electric vehicles are the future. Whether you like it or not, they're going to be here. And, that I don't think is a leftist pipe dream. I think oil being completely obsolete, though, is a leftist pipe dream. But anyways, and if you look at the daily chart here, on the 20-period moving average, I picked up this tip from a guy named Oliver Velez. He seems to know what he's talking about, and he has a YouTube channel. He's been in the market for a very, very long time. Some of you guys probably know who I'm talking about. Oliver Velez said, and I think Mark Douglas has said this too, on the 20-period moving average on the daily chart or like a weekly chart, once the green candle just, zoom, blasts past the very last red candle, that's the time you get in, right? And it looks to be right? Because I got in pre-market, like down here, bam, right? Because we've got this green candle here from Friday. That's the candle we're talking about, right? Because it's bigger than the red candle, right? It's top closing area blasted through the opening of that red candle. So I knew it was time to get in, right? And it appears that strategy is working for me so far. I don't want to jinx it, right? Maybe the next day it goes down. Okay, so let's look at another company that I'm very, very interested in and that I did buy shares. CLSK. CleanSpark. CleanSpark is a new energy company. They're basically building microgrids. Now, it's kind of hard to explain, but take a state like California. They're having crazy power outages. They have old infrastructure. There's a need for a company to figure out how are we going to supply all these people with energy and how are we going to do it, sustainably. CleanSpark is one of those companies, right? You can do your own due diligence. There's tons of YouTube videos. You really don't even have to do a lot of research. You can actually just type these companies in on YouTube, and there are people who have made videos. They go through the balance sheet. They go through the income statement, right? I mean, all of this stuff, you really don't even have to do it yourself anymore because somebody on YouTube has made a video about it, or several people have made videos about it. CleanSpark is a company I want to be in on. And yes, it's a little bit more speculative, just like WorkHorse, but this is why I'm throwing it in my WeBull account. CleanSpark, I think, is going to do very well. I think it could kind of consolidate a little bit. This is why I'm going to average in. If I can get in, I bought a few shares today. If I can get in for a lower price tomorrow, so be it, right? I'm not going to be stressing if it goes down a little bit. Another company is SHLL, right? It's called Tortoise Acquisition, but there's a company called Hylian that sort of merged with them, and the ticker symbol is SHLL. Make a long story short, they're building trucks for Wegmans. They have a contract with Wegmans. Wegmans is one of the biggest grocery chains in America. They have 200 trucks, and SHLL, ticker symbol, or Helion, ticker symbol SHLL, has a contract to build new trucks. Now, these are going to be, I think, natural gas trucks, but again, they're working on pursuing electric vehicles. I mean, that is going to be the future. Think about it. We've got so many trucks, delivery trucks, UPS, so many agencies and companies, and they want to go green. They want to go green. They want to go electric. These companies are going to fill that gap, right? Tesla is another one. I don't have enough money to buy one share of Tesla right now, but eventually, if Tesla comes down a little bit, I do want to get in that as well. But these are the stocks, right? This is a 50. Where did it close? It closed at about 53. Oh, it's 53.30. Sorry, it's right there. 53.30. Now, I'll admit, I got in kind of at the top. I should have waited a little bit. I got in like right here on this green candle, and then it kind of pulled back on me. So I'm down a little bit on it, but not a big deal, right? This company, they're getting contracts with grocery chain, not just Wegmans. There's a grocery chain in Texas that I think they have a contract with. These are the companies that we want to get in on early, right? This is not financial advice, obviously. This is not financial advice. Don't do what I say. But this is what I'm doing, okay? I have to say that, right? I have to say that. I am suggesting that you look into these companies, and if you feel like it's a good investment, you should go for it. I'm going for it, right? I want to be in on these things early. And the thing is I only have to be right about one of them. I don't have to be right about all of them. I just have to be right about one of them. And I plan on buying call contracts, especially for WorkHorse. I'm going to buy call contracts. Once I get my investments situated this week is going to be like my buying week, right? I'm putting money onto my brokerage accounts, and I'm going to start buying these companies. And I might only have 5 shares of this company, a couple shares of SHLL. Maybe I'll have, 5, 6, 8 shares of Clean Spark. Another one more I'll show you guys is Blink. Shout out to Mary Klein for actually introducing me about 2 months ago to this stock. Blink is at a discount, right? When you look at the daily chart, Blink was all the way up here at like $14. Blink is now trading at under 7, right? 6.46 is where it closed today. I want to be in on this. Blink is basically building charging stations for electric vehicles. I'm telling you guys, this is the future. Electric vehicles, they're going to be here sooner than we can even, they'll be here a lot sooner than we think. And these companies are starting to pop up, but I want to get into these companies early. I kind of missed the boat on Tesla, right? I didn't have money at the time, and I didn't really know about it at the time. I kind of missed the boat on Amazon. And I'm not saying it's too late. I'm not saying it's too late to get in these companies now, but I want to get in some more speculative companies too, where I can have, a nice position size, hold it for a few years, and double, triple, quadruple my money, right? That's what I want to do. So those are sort of the speculative stocks that I'm looking at. As far as dividends, right? Because that's what I'm going to be doing with Robinhood, is building a nice big dividend portfolio. If ExxonMobil reaches $36, I'm going to be extremely interested. I don't know if it will. Right now it closed at $38.18. I believe ExxonMobil could reach about $36, $35. I'm going to be extremely interested if it does. I probably will have to buy 4 or 5 shares if it reaches that low. They pay a very nice dividend, and it's ExxonMobil. Come on. But ExxonMobil has had a really, really hard time. My brother is actually day trading ExxonMobil. He's buying, put contracts or call contracts. They only cost like $40, $50, and he's making like $10, $5. But I'm just trying to get him to practice and to learn how to do it. But he's been trading ExxonMobil a lot. We did have shares of ExxonMobil. We're receiving dividends from ExxonMobil because we were holding a couple of weeks ago. But I had to get rid of ExxonMobil once it started getting down below like 41 because I knew it was going to go under. Then I heard on MSNBC, some guy said it's probably going to hit like $36. If it does, I'm probably going to get back in, right? Because I think that's going to be about as low as it goes. For dividends, I also like Ally Financial. I didn't buy Ally today because I think there's still a little bit of a pullback, right? Because we had that big green candle there. It did pull back a little bit today. Actually, I was kind of surprised about that because, it started kind of like going up, kind of double top there, but then it pulled back. But going back to the daily, it's a little high at like what 20. Well, 24.21 starting to look a little bit better. I don't want to buy it over $25, so that's why I waited. I'll probably start accumulating shares of this week. Iron Mountain is another fantastic dividend stock. The reason that I like this so much is because it's digital real estate. And what do I mean by digital real estate? It's basically the real estate for companies like Google, right? Where Google keeps all of their servers. How could you go wrong with a company like this? Now, again, it's a little high, right? $30. I'd like to see it pull down a little bit, and then I'd probably get into it. I was holding shares a couple of months ago, and I think I got rid of them because I wanted more buying power for options or something. But imagine getting in here at 24. Like you'd be really good if you could get in for like 24. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But if it comes down $1 or $2, under $30, I'm going to be very interested in Iron Mountain. More real estate. These are kind of like REITs. This is real estate investment trusts, I think is what it's called. MPW, Medical Properties Trusts. It's hospital real estate. How could you go wrong with hospital real estate, right? I watch a guy called Clear Value Tax, and this is where I actually got the idea from. Was from that channel. His thesis on MPW was that the governments are probably not going to let hospitals, go. They're like, if a hospital is in trouble or something, they're going to get bailed out, especially the big ones, the big hospitals in the big cities. They're going to get bailed out. So, something like MPW, these all pay dividends, by the way, right? This is why we're talking about them. Remember the Robinhood account, the dividends. This is something else I'm very, very, very interested in. Other than that, there's like Philip Morris, I guess. There's a lot of different stocks that pay very nice dividends. Chevron's another oil stock. Bank of America is a more traditional value stock that I do like. It's very stable. They've got a fantastic, balance sheet and income statement, and they're handling the situation pretty well. They have enough cash to get them through something like that, and it's a bank. I don't think, they're basically like a government entity at this point. Bank of America, right? We had a little bit of a pullback today. I'm interested in Bank of America. I'd like to get it under $25. My brother is in Bank of America. So, these are the stocks that I'm looking at for more long-term holding for dividends, right? Just to kind of have my money passively working for me. Yes, I want to work for my money too and day trade because I just enjoy it. My personality, I kind of need the thrill and stuff, but I also want to be making sure I'm investing for the long term. And you want to have different strategies, right? Because in these accounts, like in my WeBull account, I can do some swing trading, right? Robinhood, it's basically like a bank, right? I've got a debit card, and my cash earns interest and stuff, more interest than it would at a traditional bank. And so, if I have dividends coming in, right, I can either reinvest those dividends or I can, use them as liquid cash in my Robinhood account. I can pay bills with it. So I'm setting my life up right now, every day. This is why this is why I cut everything else out in my life. Everything else, it was crap. It was noise. I had to get rid of it. I had to get it out of my life. And I'm so glad I did. And, the reason I'm talking about it is because I know there's people out there that just need, they just need something. They need somebody like them that kind of comes from where they come from, that sort of understands their situation, to be like, hey, this isn't so intimidating. It's not as crazy as it sounds. And you can too, get yours in the markets. And, a lot of these YouTube channels, these are like financial experts, right? Some of them come from the banking industry. Some of them are professional tax people. Some of them are professional landlords and real estate investors, and they have a lot of great information. But, I want this channel to be something that's relatable to you. Maybe it'll give you some ideas, and you'll give me ideas, right? I want to build this up because we can have thousands of minds and eyes on the markets, sharing information in comments, in live chats, on social media. And, we're going to get this money. We're going to get rich. Okay. I'm going to get rich. I'll keep it on the eye. I'm going to get rich. And I want you to get yours too. I really do. I want you to get rich, and I want you to, download those links, right? WeBull, Robinhood, you'll get free stock. What better way to start your brokerage account with free stock? Sell it if you want. Buy something else. That's what I did. I got, what did they give me? On WeBull today, I just received they gave me Levi and UBS. Never even heard of UBS. Didn't look into UBS. I guess I should have. But I sold both of them. They were $12 stocks. I had $24 for free, right? That they gave me today. I sold them. And, I bought, I bought the WorkHorse and CleanSpark. So let me know if you have any questions. Comment down below. Give this video a big fat like. And as always, this is CMC Broadcasting. I'll see you next time. God bless.